In today's video, I have taken the top 3 highest rated players in NBA 2K, LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and then it was a tie between Durant and Kawhi Leonard, but I mean, we already got defense with Giannis on the team, and we definitely need a little bit of shooting, so I ended up going with Kevin Durant, and we have combined these 3 players into a single player to create Leonis Durant. If you guys go on to enjoy this video, make sure you do smash the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. But pretty much how we did this to create a combination of all 3 players, I just took the highest stat from each player, went through every single attribute, took the highest stat out of the bunch, out of the 3. So for an example here, we got dunk. Giannis and LeBron both had a 91 dunk, so this player gets a 91 dunk rating. And we did this for every single stat. I also did this for badges and hot zones as well. So it's pretty much just going to be the best of each player. And then one final thing I did to this player is I changed all of his tendencies. So he kind of plays a little bit like all of the players. And in terms for the body, he is going to be 6'11", 250 pounds, the height of Giannis, the weight of LeBron James. And this player should just be a complete beast. I did put him on the Pistons for this video since I think the Pistons are the worst team in the league. They have the worst record along with the Timberwolves, but the Timberwolves have been missing Cat most of the season. So, I mean, they get a little better with Karl Anthony Towns. But we're going to see just how crazy of stats he can put up with the combination of all 3 players. He should end up winning MVP, and we'll see if he can maybe even carry this team to a championship with how bad they are. But let's get right into a simulation and find out what happens. Also, in terms of like the jump shot and everything, I chose Kevin Durant's jump shot and his dribbling moves as well, because he was the best out of the 3 for both of those categories, as well as, and then for dunks, I used a LeBron and a Giannis dunk package. We'll be getting to see a little bit of gameplay with him later on as well. Leonis Durant is going to end up being one of the all-star captains. LeBron James is going to be the other captain. And right now, it's looking like Leonis is the favorite to win MVP as well. Let's see if that ends up happening. And then the Detroit Pistons are doing very well. They're 3rd in the East. Their power rank is 8th. So it looks like the West is quite a bit stronger than the East. But I mean, he's still got a little bit of a chance to go ahead and win the championship here. It's not likely. I don't know what his contract is. I kind of just threw him on the team. He has a 1-year, $897K contract. So he might sign with a different team in the offseason if they don't end up winning here, which could be interesting to see if he ends up on a good team or something. I did give him Kevin Durant's loyalty, so he could end up anywhere in the NBA. I mean, the Pistons are beating some good teams here. Like, they get a W against the Lakers, the Bucks, the Rockets, the Warriors, the Nets, the Heat. They beat some really good teams, lost to the Timberwolves, though. So I guess they're really on and off. And Leonis Durant is going to get MVP. These stats are insane. 32 points per game, 13.2 rebounds, and 8.5 assists. They did pretty decently on the defensive end as well. And his shooting stats are unbelievable. 57% from the field goal, nearly 90% from the free throw line, and 47% from 3. It was really just unstoppable. He also gets Rookie of the Year. This is his rookie season, his first season in the NBA. Dinwiddie gets 6-man. Leonis is going to get Defensive Player as well. So 3 awards right here in his rookie season. But the Pistons don't get the best record. I believe that goes to the Nets. Steve Nash as Coach of the Year. Of course, Leonis on all the NBA teams, the defensive team, and he's also going to be on the rookie team. He won all 3 of those awards. But checking out the Pistons, they get the 3rd seed in the East, which is not bad at all. Let's see. Where's the NBA standings? So 51 wins, 76ers and Nets both with 57. So not bad. We'll see how they perform in the playoffs. And then checking out his stats for the league leaders, he was actually 2nd in the league for scoring, only behind Damian Lillard, who averaged 34. For assists, how do you rank for assists? 8.5 assists is going to be 9th in the NBA, which is not bad at all. And rebounds, he was 5th. So top 10 for every single stat, close to the top 5 for everything. And then also 3-point percentage, he was 4th in the NBA. So Leonis Durant looking pretty good. Up against the Cavs in the first round, they should end up beating them here. And it's not looking good right now, actually. going to a game 7, and they get the W in game 7. Struggling against the Cavs. It's not a good sign for the rest of the playoffs. And yeah, the 76ers defeat them 4-1. A little unfortunate. I mean, it's just the rest of that team is not very great. LeBron is going to get finals MVP. Lakers win the championship. Let's move on into the offseason and see if Leonis will sign with another team. Leonis is going to end up signing with the Oklahoma City Thunder. So interesting choice of a team to go with here. Definitely not a title contender, I wouldn't say. Better than the Pistons for sure. I mean, you got SGA, who's improving a lot. Okay, season number 2, and Leonis is actually not going to become an all-star captain. It's Luka and Giannis. Leonis should... Okay, he is a starter for Team Giannis. But before we go any further in this video, I mean, we got to get some gameplay from Leonis here. So we're going to go ahead and face off against the Lakers with Leonis just to see how OP he is in an actual game. All right, here we go. Where is our guy, Leonis? All right, so we got LeBron covering us. Oh, we can pull up too. Bang, that is money. That jump shot doesn't really look like Durant's though. We can just come inside, and that's an easy dunk. Oh my gosh, we are so quick. And we got some of the most athletic guys in the NBA with LeBron and Giannis combined into one player. It would just be so hard to cover this player. Like you got a guy that's 6'11". He's unstoppable in the paint, and he can pull up anytime he wants and score. Just hit pretty much any jump shot on the court. It doesn't matter who's covering him. This would just be impossible to stop. And then on the defensive end, he's the best defensive player in the NBA. Oh man, we draw a foul. The only problem I've noticed with the player is throughout the season, he's been getting a lot of fouls. Like he's had games where he fouls out with only 13 points or something. But I mean, we can just pull up here, get that perfect release. This is LeBron sagging off a little. Giannis on the fast break. Let's just pull up, and it's another perfect release. All right, so I think we kind of got the gist of just how good this player is in game. He can just do anything. Pull up, drive, it doesn't matter, and he's an amazing defender. So let's go on, simulate the rest of his career, and see how many championships, MVPs, defensive players, all of that stuff he can get. So, unfortunately, season number 2, no MVP for Leonis. I'll kind of skip over all these awards unless he actually wins MVP every season because we're simulating through his entire career. He doesn't make the All-NBA first team, but we'll check out all of the stats and everything at the end of the video once his career is over. But once again, not going to win it in the playoffs. Going to get first rounded. Season number 3, and Leonis is back to being MVP. And the Thunder actually have the best record in the NBA this season, so this is a great chance for them to win a championship. They do make the NBA Finals, and it's going to be Thunder Knicks in the NBA Finals. Knicks starting off with a 2-1 lead right here, and they get a 3-1 lead, and the Knicks are our championship, so no championship quite yet for Leonis. Okay, so this roster going into the 4th season is actually super stacked. We got Leonis, SGA, Gordon Bryant, who's an 89 overall now. We got RJ Barrett, Darius Bazley. This man's right here, Diallo, Lou Dort. I mean, this team is looking very, very good. So hopefully they don't choke in the finals again to the New York Knicks. And the Thunder are back in the finals this year. They're 3rd seed, got a lot of upsets, a lot of game 7s, but they made it here facing off against the Brooklyn Nets. Who I believe still have Kevin Durant. Let's actually check out. Yeah, so the Nets still have Durant, Kyrie, and Harden, even though Harden has gotten quite a bit worse. Oh my gosh, their team is actually super stacked. All right, it's going to be tough for the Thunder to beat them. Game 1 goes to the Thunder, though. Game 2 to the Thunder. Game 3 to the Thunder. And it's a 4-0 sweep for the Thunder. Leonis gonna get his first championship, so I believe he's at 2 MVPs and 1 championship at this point in time. Next season, and it's another MVP for Leonis. These simulations are actually taking so long to do. When I first got the PS5 and played 2K, the simulations were so much quicker, and now it's slower than last gen. Unfortunately, the Thunder lose in the Western Conference Finals though, so not another championship. Hopping into 2026, the next season, OKC losing yet again in the Western Conference Finals, and Leonis not getting MVP. 2027, and OKC wins another championship here. Leonis is going to get Finals MVP. So this is his second championship so far. I believe he only has 2 or 3 MVPs as well, which is still amazing. But he's still only 27 though. Lots of years left. All right, we skipped 2 seasons. We are now in 2030 now, and OKC is finally going to get another championship here. Of course, our man Leonis is going to get that Finals MVP, adding that 3rd championship to his resume. So I believe he's 3 for 4 in the NBA Finals now. And they finally get the first back-to-back for Leonis. Another Finals MVP right here. That's championship number 4. I hope I'm correct, counting them correct. Let me just... NBA champion, yeah. Championship number 4 right there. Doing pretty good so far. Unfortunately, he's not winning MVP because Luka is winning it every single season. So hopefully he can win a few more of those in the future. And there it is. Leonis getting another MVP right here. MVP number 4. Get the depoy. Yes, he got the depoy as well this season. And the Thunder are the 1st seed, so they could get their first three-peat right here. Let's see if that ends up happening. And it does happen. OKC with a three-peat right now, 3 seasons in a row. Of course, Leonis with another Finals MVP. Let's see if maybe Leonis can go for 4, maybe 5 championships in a row. Another season, another MVP for Leonis Durant. We get the depoy this time. No depoy this year. But back-to-back MVPs right there. And they are trying to get, what, the 4th championship in a row this season? Let's see if they can go ahead and do that. And unfortunately, they get first rounded as the 3rd seed. That's tough, going for 4 in a row. They did get that three-peat, though. But, I mean, they'll probably be back here next year again. All right, we are in the year 2040 now, and Leonis Durant is finally going to retire. The past few years, he's just kind of been declining, and overall, the team hasn't been doing nearly as good. I mean, he's 40 years old at this point. We'll check out all of his career stats and see how he did throughout his entire career. In my opinion, I think he would be the GOAT at this point. He won MVP 5 times, NBA champion 5 times as well. I mean, just the combination of those two, I think, would put him at the greatest player of all time. Maybe he could have won a few more championships, but I mean, it is what it is. He made the All-Star team 18 times, 1st team All-NBA 16 times, 2nd team once, and the 3rd team once as well. So just the final few years, he didn't do as good in terms of like the All-NBA teams, but overall, just amazing. And then we'll go over to his career stats next. So just normal career stats here. As you can see, his points per game kind of dropped off at the end of his career, but still pretty good. And throughout his entire career, he averaged 29.2 points per game, 10 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 1.6 steals, 1.4 blocks, shot 53% from the field goal, 44% from 3, 87% from the free throw line. Just some crazy stats here. Played 32 minutes per game. Points, 47,000. He beat the points record there, just easily smashing Kareem's record. And then I'm not sure how he stacks up in terms of the other categories. We'll go ahead and come over to NBA records, wherever that is. Here we go with NBA records. So Luka Doncic actually gets the record for most points in a career with 48,000. Leonis is going to be 2nd. LeBron James ended up getting 4th. Giannis was 3rd. I wonder where Kevin Durant is in this. Kevin Durant ends up getting 17th, which is not bad at all. But everybody just smashing Kareem's record of 38,000. Like, everybody was so far past that. Goals made, Leonis is going to get 3rd. 3-pointers made. Leonis is actually not even close to the top. I mean, 7th. That's still very, very good. We got Luka, Trae Young up there. Steph Curry's not up there, though. I mean, these records are ridiculous inside of 2K. Free throws, Leonis is going to get 2nd all time. So he went to the line quite a bit. Rebounds, where was he for rebounds? Rebounds, he's 13th all time. Assists, he's going to end up getting 17th. Blocks, he's 26th all time. Steals, he is 8th all time. And then minutes, he was 5th all time. So despite not getting the most minutes, he was still up there for all of these records. And then he should be up here for points per game. He averaged 29.2 points per game, but for some reason he's not up here. That's a little weird. And then he'd be near the top as well for 3-point percentage, but again, he's just not showing up on the leaderboards for per game stats. But there we go. There was the career of Leonis Durant. The only player I think that would be better than him in this simulation would have been Luka Doncic. Luka went completely off. Unfortunately, we can't check out his player card because he retired quite a few years ago. But Luka was averaging 30 points per game. I mean, he was just going crazy. I don't think they won any championships, though, which would be the only reason why he wouldn't be considered a better player than Leonis. That's going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. This has been your boy, Smequle, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Never at ease, I don't know a limit. Chasing a dream, I don't know what sleepers. I got a queen, she lit me to eat it. She ripe like a peach and she snapped me to snippet. You well overdue for that link up in person. Text me to fall through a murder, she wrote it. Still up with courage, you're doing a service. Pull up to the crib, I'm equipped with the brush strokes. Cutthroat from the low, when no love.